Hello and welcome to my live tonight. I have a fun card for you using hand-penned petals and the coordinating dies. So let's go ahead and get started. So for my kind of decoration on the card, I wanted to create a background, or kind of just texture to my paper. So I'm going to do several things here. I'm just taking the little stamp that has the two flowers on it and stamping all over the place. So the die I'm going to be using is this die, and I want to be able to cut it out twice. But I want to give this paper, which is polished pink, some extra. Oh, I should have my foam under here. That's why I'm having so much noise. And I need to keep an eye on my email. I apologize. So that I can post on my Facebook page that I have gone live, because I am not going with both tonight. I usually try to do both at the same time, but I've had a few complaints about video lagging, and the only thing I can do right now about that is to just reduce the amount of output that I'm creating. All right, so I've splattered with my pen. In case you didn't notice, I was taking the brush tip and just kind of flicking it against the lid to get some splatters on there. And I think I will try and add a little bit of these dots in here too. Just kind of really make this splattery looking. And some variation on the color. And I think that will do it. I'm ready to cut that out now. I will be using that ink a little bit later. But let me grab the mini cut and emboss machine. I know it's kind of loud. And this needs to be cut down because it needs to be 3 inches wide to go through there. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of here. Since I didn't go all the way to the edge, I'll just take a little bit off of both edges and cut that down to 3 inches. Put that in my strips of paper basket over there. And here's what I need. Now, my original card, which you might see on the cover of the video, is not what I'm doing tonight. I'm trying to brighten it up a little bit. It was a little too muted for my taste. And I wanted to go with kind of lighter colors. And if you are joining me live, I would love for you to say hello. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of begging you to, because I have a new setup for my live tonight, and it's through my, what was it called? I probably should have run that through twice. As a matter of fact, since it's still on there, stuck on there, I'm just going to run it through again. Streaming software instead of direct through YouTube. All right, let me get my brush. This is a super handy little tool. Now, this is the old version of it, but if you are getting one now, it will screw onto the end of your Take Your Pick tool. There, so see, that made some nice dimension and character to that paper. All right, let's run that through again on my paper. And for a moment here, I will be making a big mess. Yes, I know. Okay, done with that. Those don't want to pop out of there with the drop method. Okay, let me see what's happening over here. See if, yes, I got it, yay. Okay, let me just click this link and paste it over here. Those don't want to pop out of there. There we go. And now I can close that. And that. Okay. I apologize for that. Learning new things takes time, doesn't it? And I am always learning new things when it comes to doing these. While I've got this out, I'm just going to go ahead and get those little buggers out of there. There we go. And into the trash with all of this. But not that. Okay. So on to the next part of this. So I want to make sure that this is 4 1/4. So make sure I have 4 1/4. Yes, I do. Good. Okay, and I need to check the width of this. This was 2 1/4. So I need a piece that's 2 1/4. And I also want a piece of white that is, oh, I'm going to need that trimmer back. That is also 2 1/2. Let's make sure this is 4 1/4, so it's plenty big. Just take that over there. And 2 1/2. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to take these 2 flowers with my craft ink and add these flowers all over this piece of crumb cake. And then I'm going to come back in with the little one and fill in oh, I should have my foam under here. That's why I'm not getting a very good image. Let me see if I can get that filled in a little better. All right. Now I need to clean those off. That looks cute, doesn't it? So this is going to go on here like this, but I'm actually going to re-stamp on top of those flowers that I did in craft with the polished pink. So let me set that aside to dry, and then I'll clean those off, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with my card front. I'm using a corner rounder. We had a corner rounder in the catalog last year, but I don't think that it stuck around, so I'm just using my old one. And I'll show you what I'm going to do for the background of this. Again, more splatters. This is with my crumb cake, and I'm going to make that really splattery. And I am going to add some inking around the edges. So I have a sponge dauber here, and I grab my is the lighting really, so just going around the edges. Of the whole card, and then I'll take that white panel and do the same thing. So if you have any questions about any of the products I'm using, these are all Stampin' Up products, and I do sell all of these products on my in my online Stampin' Up store. I have linked a few of the products. I don't think that will show right there, but just in case. In the description of the video, and there's also a link to a blog post about this card, and you can, oh, that looks pretty like that, doesn't it? Yay! Okay, so this is going to go on here, and then let me show you what I'm going to do with this other one. I'm going to cut it apart. Like so. And then this is going to get tucked under here like this, and this one up here like that. And then we're almost home. All right. So I actually kind of like that white on there. I wonder if I maybe don't want to stamp on top with the dark. Well, let's try it. And if I decide I don't like it, I could always turn it over and start over, right? So these need to be cleaned. If you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed, but you like this project and you think you might want to see more and possibly join me live in the future, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can be notified when I go live. All right, let's see if we can Get this on top of there. Oops, it's this way. I see it, I see it. Doesn't that look cool? So I'm gonna do my best. I can't really get my head on top of it, so I'm kind of looking at this sideways. Maybe I will leave the smaller ones white. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let me see how this looks on there. Well, I think I'll go ahead and leave it anyway. I'm gonna do one pink one, one small pink one for right there. Okay. All right, I'm not done splattering yet. This is going to be a very splattery card. I am going to splatter with the polished pink. And I'm going to splatter with the crumb cake. And that's going to go on there like that. Grab the tape runner. So I just turned it around because I have this little piece of green that I think is from a marker or something, and I want to hide it. I love it. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's get some glue. I'm going to go ahead and use my fine tip glue pen for this, because it dries a little less shiny and a little less sticky than the multi-purpose glue. I know I use the multi-purpose glue most of the time for this kind of fine gluing, but it's just because I'm kind of lazy about taking out other things. All right. Kind of a clash with my nails, isn't it? I am really struggling with the light tonight. Let's go like this. There. Have you ever done a card where you stamped on top of your craft ink before? It's not something I do very often, but this card idea kind of came to me late one night. And so here it is. Oh, that looks cool. All right, I am going to go like this. Let's see, that's for the top. Over here, and then the bottom over here. And let's just get those on there like that. And then like that. Add some more adhesive to the back, and then some more adhesive to this delicate die cut. goes like that. All right, so on my original, which I will show you now, a different color. I did with the I'm done with this. I did with Fresh Freesia, and this was just this was done with a re-inker, and I added it to one of our spritzers with some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and the re-inker. And then I did this in white, which I think would look great right there. But instead, I think I'm going to stamp a greeting on this little tag, which is from the TaylorMade Tags dies. All right, so I don't know that I have a greeting for this. Perhaps thanks will fit on there. Anything is possible, or congratulations, anything is possible. Let's see if that will fit on there. Yeah, that's gonna fit beautifully. And I think, just to make this special, we should emboss, don't you? All right. So emboss in clear with polished pink, or emboss with gold. I'm thinking gold. All right, so a little bit of embossing buddy on there. Grab my little piece of paper and my Versamark ink. Let me grab my gold. That's silver. There's my gold. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up so it's ready. Ooh, look at that. Big old chunk. All right, we are ready to stamp. Anything is possible. And a little bit of powder. Missed it right there. Oh, that's so pretty. I love those fonts. They have the coolest fonts. All right, let's get this put away before we start heating. I'm just going to let this heat up a little bit before I take it to my project. There. All right, so how this is going to be attached is going to be with some twine. This is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and I put white on the original, but I think I'm going to switch it up to this crumb cake. And I also did it just around this part right here, but I'm gonna go all the way through this time. Okay, let's think. If this, okay, so this is gonna come up through here. Whoosh. It is not rocket science, but sometimes it feels like rocket science inside my brain. going to be here like this. I'm going to bring this all the way to the edge, and I can adjust that since I don't have it tied in anyway. And then I will adhere it with a dimensional. So I want this bow to be about right there. And I know my string is too long, but I'm going for it. As a matter of fact, it's so far too long that I think the piece that I'm going to cut off is going to be plenty long to use on something. There we go. All right. So let's trim off those ends. And get this up here close to the bow. If we want, we could do it up here like that and not cover up much of the flower, or something like that. Or I could just let it hang loose. I kind of like the idea of just letting it hang loose. What do you think? Kind of cool. All right. All right, so there are the two versions. Oh, bling. Let's see what kind of bling we can add to this. Let's use those. Those look pretty. And I think these, I don't know if these are sticking around, iridescent rhinestones. I should look. Maybe one on there. Oh yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's see, do I want a couple more little ones? Maybe one in there. Ooh, that would look really cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, but I want to fit it all the way down in there. And let's see if we can get another one up here in that little flower center. Oh, yay! Aren't those beautiful? All right. There is the finished project. I hope that you really like it. I hope it has inspired you in some way to make a splattery background, to add maybe a little texture, a little depth and interest to your paper, your regular cardstock before you die cut it. I think that just adds a little nice little bit of interest. And until next time, happy stamping, everyone!